Hello.
Hello.
Unnatural 20. Hey, it's been a while. Glad to see you. Hi, Metazyme. How are
Hey,
you all
welcome.
doing? So, yeah, we're trying this again. And, oh boy, getting this to work was, an ordeal.
There were some technical issues.
Yeah, also, I forgot to put in the whole, the stream integration. So just give me a second, I'll do that. But just to make sure I don't get fucked up, I'm just gonna stand right here so you can't see anything.
Yeah. There is Twitch integration, Domadet.
Yep. I am activating the extension now. So give your Twitches your Twitch pages a little refresh. Huh. Well, that should be connecting.
Yeah, basically Metazyme.
Yeah.
Now remember, Jay has never played this game before.
Yes, I have.
You haven't finished this game.
I haven't gotten very far in this game. I'm gonna give the game a quick reboot real quick, though, just to make sure everything is working.
Okay.
So, just to fill you in on the tragedy of Disco Elysium here, I had originally installed this through Good Old Games because that's where my copy is. But for whatever reason, my computer decided, no, you didn't, and it kept losing the game. I don't know how or why, but it did. And when I decided I'm just gonna completely clean up my game install program and start over, and I went to install the game, it downloaded at 2 kilobytes per second. We're talking dial-up modem speeds. It would have taken weeks to download and install the game. So we got Family Share up on Steam because Iggy has a Steam copy, and that installed literally just in time.
We did it.
We did, in fact, do it.
Okay, and Disco Elysium Companion is here somewhere.
Yeah, if you refresh the stream, it should be like an overlay option. Yeah, Purple. Also, hi, Purple. I've been there. I actually downloaded all of Warcraft 2 back in the day off a pirate bulletin board system. 600 megabytes on dial-up speed. Left it overnight. Oh, we're in dangerous territory now.
Didn't you say you were going to do one that wasn't stupid?
Well, here's the thing.
Also, I need the side stream again.
You do. So here's the thing, Iggy. I thought last time that I had created my own character, and that was the reason why I had gotten lost so easily, right? So turns out I didn't.
Wasn't it because I wasn't there?
You were very much there. You and Zombie were both there.
Oh, okay then.
And, yeah, I picked Thinker. And, apparently, this Thinker is not what I am. So, obviously, we're gonna go with a, average intellect, high psyche.
So physique is strength, motorics is dexterity, basically.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, it's also your senses too. That's right. So if you have low motorics, you have low perception and that sort of thing.
I think 2613 will be interesting because this kind of feels close to me right now, since I am physically weak as fuck and my brain is Swiss cheese. But I'm good with the emotions, and I have one hand that works.
What are the stats for Thinker's base one? Just give me a second here.
Sure.
Okay, Thinker has 1 psyche. I see. Okay, yeah. You're good. Just keep going.
Yeah.
And now you choose your special skill.
Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? Esprit de corps. Connect to station 41. Understand cop culture. Wow, I moved the whole word there. Authority. Empathy. Inland Empire. Volition. Suggestion.
Savoir faire. All this does is it gives you a +1 to whatever one you get. That you could that's basically a free level.
Yeah, I'm gonna change something real quick. I'm not gonna give
Okay.
myself a 6. That seems stupid.
Okay, you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna give myself a 5 and a 2 in physique, and then I'm gonna pick. How do I do this?
Set signature.
Half-life. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Shivers. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. This seems important.
Literally everything is important, my love.
I thought I got more than one.
No. Your signature skill. You get 1 signature skill.
Huh, maybe it shouldn't be that then.
It's a good choice. But literally, like, I present to you. This is your cast.
Yeah, I know this is the party in the brain. But
I'll just say you can't go wrong with Shivers, but if you want to choose anything else, that's fine too.
I kind of feel like this will give me kind of like oh shit, something's up. I got the Peter tingles.
I mean, that's kind of what it seems to imply.
Yeah. Okay. We have picked our we picked our Mr. Disco. The furries are at home in the mirror. Wait.
I did misread that, yes. Begin.
Begun.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Furries live in mirrors, confirmed. I'm sorry I skipped out of your suggestions there, Meta. I was kind of on a roll. Okay, spacebar does not work.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Keep
Oh, yeah.
on, keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
I mean,
Do you want to know about the meat thing? Or not?
Ball of meat seems like the game's calling me out. No, I want to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
LOC, never let me go.
That's a good word.
I mean, it's 2 words.
No, the abyssal pelagic.
Yeah, it's deep down in the ocean where the light no longer reaches.
Yeah. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Sure. I'm streaming.
Do you really?
I do, let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
I did this to myself.
Yeah, I did.
What's waiting for me? I'm reading the options out loud.
I would read out the option that I would pick. But yeah, I did this to myself.
Yes. Your one disco mother.
I'm an idiot.
Disco.
A brave idiot.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. No, I'm not scared. I'm a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me.
Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
I remember with the Thinker build, he was like, I know immediately what that engine is to what car.
Yeah, if you have high enough encyclopedia, you get that.
All right. So first we'll get our pants, and then we'll search the
You
pants
hear it
for a
jingle?
key.
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish
It
mouth.
says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it.
There's our jacket. We'll put our undershirt on under it, because that's how clothes work. We're not gonna touch that mirror.
Whoa. How come the item found thing was not at all proper text? That was weird.
What do you mean?
Like, item found, and then underneath it, it should have said, like, stained undershirt or something. But it was instead gobbledygook.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think this is just a glitch of the Linux version. Well, it's not the Linux version. This is the Windows version playing in line.
Okay.
But I don't think we're missing out on too much underneath that. Is that important text?
No, I mean, it's whatever item you just
This
picked
fan
up, so...
has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Yes, saving. I should do that. Quick save. And now...
This fan has 2 chain pulls. Or has it been
Grab the
consigned
tie.
there? You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Grab your chest.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
I didn't die. That was gonna be the funny thing. And I lived.
You needed to have 1 HP maximum in order to die there. Can you guess what happened when I first played this game?
You died.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained. What you
It
have
is
in
no
your
longer
hand is a
contained.
fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
I'm gonna pull on the light
Yum.
bulb.
Terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Bring it on.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Okay, now we will do the horrible reveal.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care. I hurt myself. It's what I do.
Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Of course I do. Is this some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
I don't need to. I almost died trying to get the tie that I heard my heartbeat.
Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness.
Now I will dig into my mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
And now I will attempt to stop the expression from happening. Imagine if I get it.
It can happen.
It's too late. Like an
You were
image
almost
of
there. You rolled 6
The
and 5. If you had rolled 2 6s, you would have gotten
belongs
it.
to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
I can
A
redo
mirror
white
hangs
checks.
on the bathroom wall.
You can redo white checks
your face,
once you put a
the door.
skill point into the white check skill.
Off by 1. Wonder... Oh, I can use the arrow case. Yeah, this is gonna be a mouse-only placer.
Point and click.
I need my shoe. My shoe should be... It's over here on the shelf for whatever reason. The other one went out the window.
You make sure you actually look at the window.
Yeah, I know. I have to do it from this angle, though.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Let's assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
I'm going to assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get that shoe.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
And now we venture outside. There's something on the table. 40
Money.
cents. Yoink.
Real.
Oh, it's so bright.
Correct.
A gust of briny wind washes over you. There you go. Right foot.
Congratulations, you completed your
There
first
they
quest.
both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Ah, mouse wheel zoom. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy.
Gotta love the smell of low tide.
Yep. Oh, we checked the calendar.
Hello, officer.
And it is March 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Classic.
Glacia.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer. Am I military?
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no
And-
less.
And what is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
So, red checks you cannot reattempt. But also, if you don't do them, you probably won't be able to actually do them ever.
Yeah, I know. I remember this one. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her. Physically.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
I don't want to.
Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more time.
Don't back down now. Say what you said again. Proudly.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
Superstar cop. It's been established.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
I sincerely think I'm a superstar. It's a theory I'm developing.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Good to know. What's this? This is the weekend edition of the satirical Trompe le Monde.
You... Trompe le monde.
There he is. This is where lyric will be. A big old
If I had them.
It's a big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
This goes well with the series I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to
You
it?
should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
But I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would
Can't
need
argue with
another copy
that.
of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
I'm gonna look at the bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall.
Most likely by me.
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
I see you're not a fan of mine.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, I did all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been... Yeah, what have I been doing?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
You're a bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. There's a water cooler and a door that I'm not going to go through. A sign that reads Mess Hall reserved for Union members. Doors open at 1600, 4 o'clock. Royal pinball machine is unplugged.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in grip. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hold on, what is you and me?
He is your half-brother.
I doubt that. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Well,
Conceptualize.
invent a name for yourself.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Accept it. You're not gonna get anything better than that.
It's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that?
You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk of your tie. Its slickness gives you comfort and reassurance.
Don't worry! Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop.
I can't argue with that voice.
That's the voice of your horrific necktie.
My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well,
He just doesn't even process what you just said and moves on.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Yeah.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware that I am a policeman.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's
Fake it
case.
till you make it.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
That's a great sentence.
This game is brilliant. It's full of these things like that.
We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Yeah, let's get going then.
To you, officer.
You're just gonna keep doing it.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Cool. You're not the manager. I'm gonna talk to you first.
Hello, sweetie.
She's a cryptozoologist's wife.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once, winked twice, then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Stop winking. You tap yourself on the side of the head to correct the malfunction.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry.
She pays no heed to the inexplicable winking.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Is this talking to Esprit de Corps or her?
That's talking to her. If there's quotation marks, you're saying things out loud.
Understood. How'd you like to roll as me? I can say that.
Yeah, you can.
But you know what?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Kim, of course! I forgot I had you! No.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Well, it's really red one too.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
How'd you get here then?
Perhaps another time.
Well, goodbye.
Of course, dear.
Oh yeah, this was one of the problems I had last time. A bottle, no, this guy. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Lieutenant, who is this?
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
Sure, but why is he sleeping?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
I'm gonna take those pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
And now I will wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
I'm kind of loath to leave myself at half health, but
You got nothing else to do. You're kind of just stuck there.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
say...
Detective Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Say nothing.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Let's see. Karaoke. Talk to the manager, inspect the body, report the badge missing, and who made the call reporting the crime. Call Sylvie.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes.
I have everything. You?
Oh, questions.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Where's the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Do you wear wig?
Have you worn wigs?
Will
Will you wear
wear
wigs?
Why
When
did,
will you wear wigs?
why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Fine.
Extra fine.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
no, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Okay, so savoir-faire. What's your numbers on that?
2.
You could just hover over it to see what your percentages are. Like on the actual thing.
Oh. I'm hovering.
Put your cursor actually on the text. All right then, that's weird.
Mouse over something else. And then mouse back. It lost focus somehow.
It's very odd.
That is. I'm gonna try it. Success!
As you
Nicely
blow
done.
this joint,
There it
behind
is.
you, a whiny voice shouts.
Made it by 1.
Well done.
Real
Otherwise you would have
mature,
died.
Man. Real mature.
I think that did happen.
Yeah. So what you do is you crash into the old lady, you take 1 point of damage, and then you can't heal yourself, and then you die.
Guess we can go this way. Nope. Someone's working in the kitchen with a juicer.
What is this? It's Juicero. Ah, Martinez.
Well, let's look at this thing and get the shortwave going.
It appears to be a motor car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
57.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
Open the
In the
door.
cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let me tap on the gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, The indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
There's the numbers.
Alternative
Yay.
translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
All right, let's pick up the radio.
The frequency
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Looks like I blipped offline somehow for a moment.
Oh.
There we are. Yeah, it stopped. The stream did stop. Like, I lost connection for half a second. Just give it a refresh. You guys can't hear me say that, but that's what you do.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. I may still have some connection issues from the storm.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st. How you doing?
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944.
8675309.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping the marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What does the Union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Is she speaking truth? Is the Union law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Are you the authority? Or you could not be the authority.
Tell me why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of telling us?
Just so you know.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Yeah.
If you hit push on, you will never be able to use any of the talkie things that were on that previous section.
That's fine.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
I see. Don't worry about it. I understand.
You do? Oh. What else can I do for you?
Next question.
Yeah, go on.
Why'd you quit your job?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
It's not really my business, but who?
You know who.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
You mean me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Alright, are you ever coming back?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Okay.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you?
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God.
I'm a guy, sure, it isn't about me.
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
Oh, hi, Dot. You finished this thing for Zombie? Cool. That'll be fun tomorrow. Yeah, volition, godly. Failure, yep.
No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
Oh, boy.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boy's talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
I don't want to say any of those things.
The problem is you have to choose one of them because you failed the role.
But it says I can refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful.
Do you want to have streaming content?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, but like just hovering over 2 made me feel gross. Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control.
No. What?
Ah. Iggy, I blame you for this.
I know, baby, I know. It's just you've got that sweet woman child thing that makes men go crazy, especially a man like Gart.
I can't play it my way. I have to play it our way.
Oh,
You
oh
do.
God. Please, just stay out of my life.
I've got a hunch your love life is gonna take a very pleasant turn. Wink.
I'm gonna let Iggy be the voice of stupidity.
Yeah, it works.
What? What is it?
You'll see, Lieutenant. You will see. Wink.
Call was dominated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to God now.
You can continue with the 41st precinct if you want to, or we can go back to Gart.
I'm resuming that design. This is all Iggy's fault.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in, over.
A scrawny
Listen.
old man sits
Listen.
in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest.
This is the
In
least
front of
unfortunate
him is a
choice to
box-shaped
fail on.
apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The
We didn't
radio
call someone
switchboard.
a slur. Which does happen.
I agree with Dot. Hi, this is me. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
It's not good.
1018, 1020, over.
Talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing.
State your message, sir. Over.
This might sound odd, but there's some personal details I'd like to discuss.
10-4. Your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. Over.
I don't have it.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
It's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Officer's lost his badge, like I'm the first cop to ever do it.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, tell him to stop. It's serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Can you all stop saying he lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
You have room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
I have other things to talk about.
9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince him that you didn't lose your gun.
Lying? Over the phone? It's easy.
Yes.
Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Rook says, horrific necktie is best headmate.
Losing his badge is bad enough.
He's pretty
Tell him
good.
to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
Actually, I lost my gun now. That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
Wait, how am I getting this?
You have high enough esprit de corps.
Can you explain esprit de corps?
spirit of the Force. Literally, esprit, spirit, the corps of the body, but by which they mean the police corps.
What happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
Man, I want carrot juice. I mean,
stereotype.
I like carrot, like unironically. It is kind of sweet that at least the partner and Judith there is like, ah, man, maybe we should help him. But you know, Jean there's like, yeah, he's fucked.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. You wouldn't.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncontrollably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
Yeah, I know that baby carrots aren't good for rabbits, but thankfully I am not one of those. Wait. No. I am an adult.
You are not a baby carrot. You are a fully grown carrot.
What? You all look like stunted baby carrot people.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do?
I'll take
Work.
the pry
The
bar.
pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
The chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
You gotta clack them a few times to test them.
Yeah, and the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
And just for fun, Kim, what are we looking at here?
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
What sinking feeling I have was the words motor carriage.
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging. In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Yeah, we're done here. I have this Resident Evil puzzle solution kit. Remember how long it took us to get fucking bolt cutters in Allen Lake?
Long ass time.
A long ass time. Let's go find this corpse. Uh-oh, hang on, let me...
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case-related, you think.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred, and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Fuck the government, we got bolt cutters. Visual calculus. Reconstruct a movement.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Fine.
Remember, you can always come back to them later.
Yeah, real quick. I'm gonna do me a save. Because I remember this brat. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes.
Delicious.
Someone's trying to grow herbs in their greenhouse. This kid's ladder is rickety but climbable. This is for kids, though. It won't hold the weight of a grown man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Look where your nose starts throwing up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Thou hast formed the bond of the hanged man Arcana. That's terrible.
That's pretty bad.
Let's try to walk it away. Nope. But that might help as a hangover.
Could.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do we get some?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
What do we got here? We got some money and some magnesium for some morale. We also have a clue that I want to get rid of. The ammonia seems to be like the good idea.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Yay.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Alright, what do we got in here? We've got a tube of magnesium supplement, empty. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone's taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
He points to the ladder in the corner.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Oh, the kids are doing meth. Okay. Get out of the way or get fucked up. It's a good poster. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. And up here is... money. Fuck you, kids. Now we're here. What's that?
It appears to be too high.
Yeah, but I clicked on it and we're going on a trip.
Fair.
Hey, a box. No, don't talk to Kim.
Yes?
Take all. Nosafed?
For healing. You just go back out, Jay?
Oh, right. I just...
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know, to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing.
Do you want me to brief you?
Yes.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard.
And yeah, Metazyne, if there's something I don't know.
An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
You okay?
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller
Oh, you automatically use heal items.
but
Okay.
used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the
It
death.
doesn't automatically happen. You have a last-second chance to use it, basically.
Did the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. They didn't identify themselves in any way.
Why
There's
hide
a strong
themselves?
prejudice
There's
against
some
involving the
union-
RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez.
I understand everything
Now it
now.
appears, just to be clear, we are police
Secret
officers.
task.
It's our job to find
Yeah.
the killer. That's
Sometimes,
the case.
sometimes you have
Uncover and
just
arrest the killer.
quests that you don't know about, so you can just talk to everyone about everything. Although, time only passes when you
are out here.
No, when you are talking to someone.
Oh. So I could talk to someone to... What is this? Money.
Money.
What's this? Money.
More money.
What's... Oh, that's everything. I'm over here trying to turn the camera like that's a thing.
Yeah, turn the camera on this isometric viewfinder.
E. Well, obviously we should go back down here and get out of here. You know, I remembered something. We need to get this body down. But also, there's a thing here. Wait, ammonia. I'm getting sidetracked. Get ammonia from the gardener or the fruit store. It'll make it easier. Where's the gardener?
Back out the way you came, right by the front of the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, okay. This guy.
Yes, her.
Her.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I got questions.
Of course.
What
can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have some ammonia. I need them.
Sure. I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Thank you.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Can I... Wait a minute. I don't have to take down the body. I'm not physically capable of it.
What do you mean?
My physique is like 2.
Okay, that's not... The body must come down from the tree.
This is equipable somehow.
No, it isn't.
Alright, how do I use it then?
You gotta go back.
Oh, it's context.
I mean, I would also take the gloves.
Yeah, no. I just had an idea. I just had a brilliant fucking idea.
Uh-huh.
I remember that one of the obstacles here was this big fuck off dude.
Yeah, Measurehead.
Yeah.
Scab?
Scab? I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice. He didn't do it. It's the truth.
I didn't know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Yeah, right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Uh-huh.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Gotcha.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
You know,
what's the strike
serious
about?
business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
2.5 meters is about 8 freedom units.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Admire his morphophysiology.
Must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Am Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
What do
Fucking
you
love Measurehead?
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
You're right, and I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in him.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah.
Hello, Glenn. The gaming goes well.
Hey, Glenn.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Man, this guy is great, because, like, he takes things like literal, like, head measuring and phrenology and all that. He's literally taken all the white supremacy, and his conclusion is, yeah, no, this is all accurate, except it means that black people are the best.
I just need you to move back about 20 centimeters.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
You're right about all this. I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside,
subscribe to his advanced race theory.
You call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I'm gonna conceptualize.
Yeah, you can conceptualize. The main thing is versus
race secrets.
I need some of that in my brain. Can you sock it to me?
Inane popular culture lingo. It is intellectually uninteresting to sock anything to an infant such as you.
Wait, what? Oh, God, I failed the be racist role. I did. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor in?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism's pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
It's true. I am a rock and roll star. And a rebel.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
I don't know who they are. I've recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the
Jaye's French.
archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you're born and raised on the island before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Lumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
We would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminese, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from
Revachol.
Revachol.
No, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
You're not really.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here.
Child-shaped.
Your tail between your legs. Contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You're sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From
phrenology.
a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
It's not, well, it is old and fake medical theory, but people are still using it. I see it on Twitter all the time.
Yep.
What else?
People are
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
So one of my ancestors was sur le cliff, and the other Vesper.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
Damn it.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand. He's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Fuck you.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
Nope.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Help someone?
Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse.
Try to remain conscious.
All you feel is pain. Cop suffers final heart attack.
Yeah, we did it.
Ta-da!
I'm gonna fucking try to punch him again.
Jay, what is your current stats again?
Bad.
What were you saying about your physical stats?
Bad.
Yeah.
I'm with the police. We need to get into the harbor.
That is precise. You reek of it. Invisible sword.
You're right, I'm alcoholic. I need to get into the harbor.
Ham still got it.
I am the police. I need you to comply now.
King motions. Signs of a lake. You gave the world. You dominate. You will be.
It is, babe.
There is a button right behind him. Just
push him out of the way.
That is right. You should leave. Bring your troops. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the oaths to homosexuality.
Seriously?
Just like that.
Wow.
Instinct
12.
took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Wait, what should I do?
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls up into a fist. That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
360 flying spin kick.
360 flying spin kick.
Damn,
And here comes the giant fist.
He did it. I'm just kind of impressed.
Lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do
You
this.
slam your fist on the button. The man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The man is still knocked out.
I feel like there should be a door there.
No, it's behind you.
What? Oh. That's right, I need to hit the button and it activated this thing. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. A standard office file cabinet. Someone left a coffee machine on. Postcard.
Why specifically have you come here, by the way?
Well, originally I wanted to have Measurehead get the body for me. See if that was possible. But I think I have to wait for him to come back to life. I got a book.
I would consider getting to the point wherein, like, you haven't even gotten to the point of, okay, let's get the body down now.
The front of this quarterly journal.
You're at the,
features a
okay,
large satirical
survive
portrait
being
of
near the
late
stinky
Jim
body.
Freeso. From the sides
Yeah,
of
you're
his
right.
head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and, at the same time, above it.
Why Frizzell?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going a la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Jim, I think this is a communist magazine. Or play it cool.
I think it's a communist magazine!
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free
Reading goes through time much
negotiations
faster, but I guess
between
that doesn't
the
count
EPIS
because this isn't
nations and the
a
free
book
state
that you
of
have.
Sebenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
What's the profile of CS?
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
That makes sense. What is this tip-top tournée?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
NASCAR. Alright, let's see what these commies have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
Yeah, except I do this on YouTube in their video essays.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Hang on, who wrote this?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nazteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka.
Space Marines. I understand. What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
This thing that you like is terrible because I don't understand it. Part 1 of 5,000. True. Oh, speaking of stupidity in advertising, apparently there's a thing, and I believe it's in Europe, where they pay people to, like, have this backpack-mounted monitor that, like, sits over their heads, and the monitor is playing advertisements in these areas that these people are paid to walk around in. It's some combination of the word ambulatory and advertising. My newsletter is Team Retro Fox on Blue Sky, because that's what I mostly use now. There you go. Also, there's a Discord.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Advertisements? Yeah, that seems correct, unnatural. Right, but you didn't see him crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
It's true.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real racers that you're really watching for.
Yeah, you're right.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction?
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dockworkers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Charging rent to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. You flip back to the front of the magazine.
And we're done with this. That was a fun half hour gone. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Yeah, that's coffee for you. Oh, there's a locker here. Hold up. I did.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Yep.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Let's force myself to go through the folders.
Look how blurry all
Damn
the
it.
lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
I'm gonna try it again.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
And the note says...
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everart.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it.
Remember, Leo, all items on the list, the drawer slides.
Cool. Can't do anything with the coffee right now. But we can rummage. I can get an increased visual calculus at the loss of drama.
Yeah.
And some more magnesium. I am the most morale person there is. Wait, that looks like an exit. What's this thing? The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Because it's a radio.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike.
Why would I use the
Use
payphone?
change.
I have no one to call.
Why, indeed. It's almost like there's stuff.
Yeah, but there's no wrong way to do this stuff, so... I'm gonna backtrack. I assume this guy will remain knocked out for at least a day.
I don't know what gets him back up again, but...
Well, either way, I'm just gonna drop a save in case I'm wrong. Door is locked and it cannot be opened this side without a passcode.
Yeah, you've kinda got no choice but to continue on now.
Yeah. Hey.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
That is some loyal drapery. That gives me +1 to speed to core. This gives me +1 to that and shivers. Yeah. Collecting rainwater. I have to go all the way down there to look at that?
Yes.
All around you, great machines in quiescence. White pine trees are printed on the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. That does not help.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête. Marsh.
We're not gonna touch that. What I should do is find this union leader. And this union leader is going to be... Shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. The speaker tower is silent. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. I cannot open this. I can take that, though. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Large thermos for a large man. Banner sags under the weight of rain and snow.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in its deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I know exactly what he's talking about there, too.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in the container?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Aw.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. I think you're doing a great job here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
I'm looking for your boss.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Do not interrupt.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows.
I should have interrupted.
Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady. But when she got mad, all the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
This feels like he's setting me up for an up dog. No, you fucking didn't.
Yes, we did, mister. Indeed we did. Him was a big fellow. Used to drive the Troika near ours' school and everything.
What's a Troika?
Them was all naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
Very, very interesting. Thank you for telling me the whole thing.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Everett is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here?
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Red is so much prettier than that drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Hey, are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
I'm gonna look into this.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
That's about what I feel. I'm out.
Bye-bye now.
Why is the guy in a container to his left, which would be...
Your right.
My right, so he's over here.
Yeah.
That's the way out. Advice save. Thank you. A stair made of pallets leading up. That is a large man.
Yes.
And over here we have a taxidermy fish that tells time. I have a fish too.
Take me to the river.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Say nothing, look him dead in the eye.
The one good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank, grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses. For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead.
Keep staring.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips.
I don't know the medical term for it. I also have a lazy eye, but it's not like a goldfish in a bowl kind of bad.
Like a general over his maps, he plots his moves. Judging by the way he's licking his chops, it's going to be a good one.
So,
Not the voice I expected.
Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union. I'm Everard Clare, head of this little operation here.
My name is Dubois.
Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny folding chair.
The folding chair looks like a torture device. Extremely uncomfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Damn, that's a nasty play. He's got you, a titan of volition, in a fork. Guess you just have to sit or leave.
Sit.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debardairs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Huh. I don't want to take anything from him. But I do want to ask, wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Keep it up good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
How did he know?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my last gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Don't panic.
Who does this guy think you are? Ronnie the Rookie? You ain't worried about no lost gun, or unpaid bill, or forgotten name. You're the bad cop. You're probably more corrupt than him.
Wait, that's a point of pride?
Well, iPhone. We beat a 12. Sink deeper into the folding chair, which will probably kill me. Wait, that's my point of pride here?
Fuck yeah. Remember when you tried the expression on that little minx in the silver jumpsuit? That was you. Try it on Everard.
Give him the expression.
The fat man seems to be enjoying your rigor mortis grin. He shoots one just like it right back at you. Good. Now lean in with some corruption.
Listen, pal. We both know what makes the wheels of the world turn.
That we do, Harry. Let them
Harry
say
Dubois.
what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters.
I'm really amazed that you just got right into here within like 5 minutes of starting things.
Nice bit with the chair, by the way. Good way to keep your guest on edge.
Why? Thank you. It's always nice when a fellow professional appreciates your work.
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
I'm not saying I'm corrupt. I'm rational.
You strike me as a reasonable man, Harry. I like that in a law man. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? What can Everard Clare do for you?
I think we'd like to ask you a few questions. Don't you think so, Detective?
Questions will show him who's boss.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
You have a window?
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container.
Okay, then.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
And why don't you open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Fine, then we'll talk about the murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Let's talk about my gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold up, could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
So if I work deucing for you, I'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Excellent. We now have made progress on finding the gun. And nothing else. But that's okay, because I forgot to check on the body to get the option to talk about the body and it needing to come down.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's noon now.
Yeah.
Oh. Come on. Come on. And I learned my name.
Technically, your name is Harris.
I'm
No,
H
not
Bomber
actually.
Guy? I wish I was H Bomber Guy. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. At least 3 packfuls of cigarette butts.
I misspoke. The name is...
This is the night
Harrier.
The name on the door
Harrier.
reads Rene Arnaud.
I have no reason to go in there right now.
You play this game so differently than I do.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing. Oh, he's up. How you doing, buddy?
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
It was just something I had to do.
Our personal dynamic has changed. A little.
He means very little.
And we're out. And we'll talk to Mr. Manana, which is a very racist name for a Spaniard.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
That's because it's not his actual name. Like, he's literally call me tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but it's a Spanish thing that we have manana attitudes. Labor utopia, not approvingly.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plane. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everett said you had a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a weasel and didn't sound like a local polar weasel, you know what I mean?
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is, and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Of?
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions, or...?
This stuff. They already covered.
And at least however much you feed the wolf.
The wolf always wants more. I like wolves.
The largest share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
What can you tell me about your boss?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
You're right.
Okay, he's reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
Got the picture. Let me ask you about something else.
What is this? News of the world. Talk about personal stuff.
Leaving.
Get to know him.
I don't want to get to know him. Thank you for the autosave. Is that money?
Very well could be money.
It's money. How do I see how many real I have anyway?
Is it not the thing that's immediately visible when you're not in this section? Yeah, bottom right, next to the clock.
Oh, that's what real looks like. Okay. I thought it was something else. Like, I don't know what. I didn't take that for money. Posted something for me to look at later on the Discord. I will. There are bottles inside. Okay. Let's go over here real quick. And body.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below, the ammonia only makes it worse. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore. The ammonia didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring. like a krenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop all my life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too.
True. I think I want to solve something else now.
That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that,
He withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye.
you need to get your shit together.
But my shit already is together now. But I don't wanna... Yeah, okay.
We should go talk to the locals.
Sought gain.
Find something else to do while the wind changes.
Yes, you've gained the thought. Something compartmental shit processor.
Volumetric shit compressor. And now I have a thought. I can internalize it. Your shit is a part, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. Compressed is supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Okay.
So in 30 minutes, you will have compressed your shit.
There's a lot here.
Yeah. Some of these are
junk.
Mutually exclusive is what I was trying to say.
Oh. I kind of figured that one of these would be get corpse off tree. Also, they're very hard to read.
Yeah, that's because you haven't found them yet.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, these are internalizing thoughts about yourself.
Together. Then come back and have another go.
So, do you think that unlocked the possibility of asking someone else to do it?
No. See, what you should have done was you should have come here, thrown up, and then gone and done all the other bullshit. So volumetric shit compressor had been finished. Then you could have come back, tried to get it down yourself, failed, and then gotten someone else to do it. That's what we did last time.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Hey, kid, police business. Need a word.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Twist his dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh yeah, the meth. Let's talk to Messany.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Are you siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
That is... I've got questions.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Buddy, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking!
What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Do you recognize the body?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp.
Oh.
Kuno uses the fucking for target practice.
You know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
No, you weren't. I would have killed you.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
You seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
Anyway, let's talk about something
You're
else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
You kids play in the yard often?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
You climb that ladder?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you say that ladder's unclimbable.
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Hey, what's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
The gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
You mean the young woman in the...
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Hey, I found your drugs.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What was with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one. Point to your head. It's shit.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
The one thing you do to someone on drugs. Completely screw with them.
Fuck your shit back to normal.
What's that?
What is this?
You screw with them. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
This was the tube of magnesium.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know about it. I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
That's enough.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
I'm out.
Kuno doesn't...
So maybe I should buy some magnesium.
You have magnesium.
Wait, so why doesn't it fix my brain?
Magnesium fixes your brain, not your body. It's for the blue one, not the orange one.
Footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks.
Noted.
Visual calculus.
What do you think you are? A super detective?
Damn it.
You're hungover. These are just dead.
Fine. can't do any detective work for right now. But we did kill half of the half hour.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you did put one singular point or whatever into smarts.
Oh wait, I was supposed to go open a door for a guy. Oh, that'll occupy some time.
It's not in here.
It's not in here, but guy said behind a bookstore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See if I can recall.
And there's the bookstore.
So I goes through the bookstore.
No.
No, you're right.
You go.
That's
you
stupid.
go out on the street like a normal person would, giving directions, sweetheart.
Look, normal people don't live in isometric.
He's not wrong on that front.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez.
What's this? Right in the mouth hole. That's a kid. I'm gonna take the money and the magnesium. What is this? A garden hose. Chairs and tables.
There must be another way into the building.
Jesus.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Kim, why'd you
Not
get...
sure what that was.
Why'd you get all up in the microphone for that one?
Yeah, he was just like... He was fucking like cock and ball torture on Wikipedia.com base boosted.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle.
I don't think I want to go in there. I'm gonna go in there. Just to know what I'm doing. Let's see. What do we got here? Just steal this man's magnesium? A suitcase full of clothes? Guests are staying? A book titled Hidden World of Walking Sticks. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
This was the sun.
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What is the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw.
That's the half hour done.
In cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag. It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomenon of this wondrous archipelago. You're sure you once saw sundogs in your youth, and blue flares.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
The tenant is an Old-fashioned guy.
Bow down before the flag.
The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity. It is not my flag, he thinks. My flag is the signal blue of the zone of control. Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. We did it.
So, you could level up your endurance to 4, forget that thing forever, but still have your endurance at level 4. Only problem is you don't have enough experience points for that.
Yeah, and I will completely forget that you said any of that, so remind me when it's time to level up.
Okay. I mean, you get 1 per level, so...
Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
Wait, what do I mean by uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Me too. And stealing his shirt.
Could have been one of his visitor shirts, based on what that thing said.
Yeah, maybe. Now we have a body to ponder. And it's raining. That'll make everything better.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Why can't I zoom out this far on my own?
The spring thaw must be here. The snow
Because
is melting.
you're accepting shivers. The spirit of the city itself.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghost?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
And run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
To the east.
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
And beyond that?
La Drusienne, King Dri's passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
And beyond that?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
And beyond that?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide.
And in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
It's very noir. And closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
And in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
And on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Hey, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
You're at a dinner party, but you've still got us on your phone in the background. Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hope it's an enjoyable party. What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at?
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Do it. No, you really do it.
Brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Thank you, Shivers. Why am I not there?
To be
That
in
was
Martinez where no one
specifically
goes. At the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal.
La Vacholier.
The whitest part of town. In the shadow of the day, the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shudder and look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
End. Well, that was a nice interlude. And now, with our shit compacted and together.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. As you breathe in,
yes,
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
No, that's not what I meant.
Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
How could he afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
They look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knocking on the boot or pulling on the boot just seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
That sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly. This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
No.
The sabatons dangle off the man. The cadaver slowly...
The belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is that?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town, and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Like in a circus, for not like in a harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
I feel like it was something else.
Yes, it often is. This bell worries me.
They sure wanted him to stay there. It seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How did he even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to inauthentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
We're missing something here.
I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines in.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine?
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I don't want to deal with this corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
This man enjoyed the moment of his death.
Why do you think so?
It's an intuition.
Okay.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
Nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Those are questions.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
Why do you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyway?
It's a mishmash, Copabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
Are you?
No. My hair is too light a shade of brown. My eyebrows, too. Trust your inner racist.
What, are you racist now, too?
You think I am. You think I was a racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos. That's called profiling.
You were feeling arousal when they were hanging you.
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Coppadromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
I hate you, you stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A deep sea creature.
No, not quite. Be fair now.
A baby affected with harlequinism.
You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini.
And where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Which is?
In the past. Way out in the west.
By the way, what?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I have... maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable. Unforeseen. Miraculous?
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
None of those words are what's written here.
Yeah,
the man
that happens
before you
sometimes.
is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down?
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what else can we do?
Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there...
They can get him down too.
Okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
See, we already found a way into the harbor.
Hooray for us.
Let's get to it. We'll be watching as they do it. It's not like we're gonna be like, hey, go get that body. Sure, go have a drink. We'll be back. Oh yeah, I leveled up. But what do I level up?
You can always hold on to them, and that way figure out when you've lost several skill checks. You can just get a lot of them retried at once by upping one skill.
Let's see. I'm actually gonna use this one. Oh, there's a log in the journal is actual. Where?
Not under tasks, under map.
Oh. Sleeping dock worker. Physical instrument challenging. Encyclopedia formidable. Electrochemistry impossible. Visual calculus. Visual calculus. Conceptualization. Conceptualization. Okay, I'll hold on to it then. Let's go talk to Measurehead. Because I beat him in a fight, I now have one wish. That's how it works, right?
No, that's once you find the third racist.
I don't want to find the third racist. Actually,
I found a meme in this.
I found like 6 racists so far.
Okay, yeah, but no, there's 3 specific racists. 1 is the lorry driver, 2 is Measurehead, and the 3rd one you don't find yet. There's a funny line if you have spoken to Measurehead after speaking with the lorry driver.
Again. Don't be vulgar. White,
there must be some friction there.
Mr. Clear also to serve. Above all, rampant multi. Of course it does. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. The South, we are the. I am a this. No.
He would be appreciative.
I'm from. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today.
Hey. Psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait. What's this for communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes. Abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Opt in.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
So you're gonna want to opt in to everything. It's internalizing things that actually commits to a thought that you get.
Okay. Roll up your sleeves further and breathe in the pristine air. Mazavian social economics. -2 visual calculation.
And also, this will only be until you reach the internalized phase. Then you'll have different bonuses or negatives.
I need my visual calculus for right now, so...
Your race descent has temporarily racist. I am not like you exhibit. It is this leads. Your racial heritage is uninteresting.
I don't think any.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave.
I don't want to subscribe to his advanced race
your
theory.
legs. Don't be.
There must be.
Mr. Also, to serve.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless.
If I subscribe to it, can I unsubscribe to it?
A web of stone.
If you subscribe to it, you have to still internalize it. Because you will get a thought, you have to internalize the thought.
I can get rid of a thought though, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Fail to roll
Go ahead. Don't be shy.
There you go.
Just ask for race secrets.
Do not be naive. I know the.
You know what, I bet I have to ask, fat guy.
What? How to be racist?
No, how to get the body down. That was the point of the exercise. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes. This scene isn't exactly ripping with joy.
How did I get up here then? That means I had to have gotten past the guard in a drunken stupor. No, I came here to get into the drunken stupor. Drunken stupor was here. I have a feeling Harry did bad.
Bark. Bark.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I opened the door. Can I discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
I kind of don't want to tell the truth, but suggestion is suggesting I do it. But is suggestion...
You have succeeded on suggestions thing, but you could ignore suggestion as much as you want.
The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
You said the lynching and the strike were related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
They move the container.
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Can I move your container into the ocean? You'll float.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
What makes you think the Wild Pines negotiator can't control them?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it? Or exactly who did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by a shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
You mentioned a lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
And Titus Hardy and his crew?
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Where can I find them?
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
I could use your backing. Can the Hardy Boys get you need them to cooperate?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Let's conclude for
Was
now.
it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
But I am.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You haven't internalized the thought yet.
Right. This is another corrupt scream, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What'll happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth center, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
What do you think of this, Kim?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Fine.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here, you need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
Hey, can you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You're a community leader. Help your community.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely,
Jean-Luc
he needs
Measurehead?
it to be taken down. Please extend
Measurehead's not his
courtesy.
real name.
You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet. See you soon, debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Well, that seems like a good place to, call the stream for tonight. Because we're a little over time. But I don't want to end things on the sounds of typewriter clicking. Because that's silly. Instead, it will be the ambient noise of a shipping container maze. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. Special thanks to everyone scrolling on screen now. Couldn't do the stuff we do without the support you've given us. Subscribe. That'd be cool. Give out a gift sub. It helps us out. I've got a throne wish list. Iggy has a throne wish list. I think everybody but Zombie has a throne wish list. And join our Discord. !Discord in chat. We'll get you there in YouTube or Twitch. We like to end with a raid if we can. We'll drop in on Space Sheen because we haven't in a while. And we'll be on tomorrow. I forget what Zombie's doing, but Dot drew something for it, so we'll all be surprised. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye-bye.